I've been down 100 highways, every one a different name. But they've been, Lord, how they've been, till they bring me back the same. To this corner, to this crossroads, to the dust beneath your door. I keep leaving just to find out what the leaving's even for. My boots are known the morning in a dozen different towns. I've watched the sun come up so many times without a sound. But the silence had a hollowness I couldn't put a name, till you stood there in that doorway and the road curved back again. You didn't call, you didn't chase, you didn't wave me in. You just looked the way the river looks, like it knows where it's been. And something in my chest unlocked, some wheel stopped spinning free. Not because you held the gate, but because you let me see. Go ahead and watch me go, I'll make it half a mile. I'll get gone the way I always get, convincing all the while. But every road I've ever walked has got one secret bend, and it swings around and opens up on you again. So don't you ask me why I'm laughing, standing here in the afternoon with my suitcase on the gravel and nowhere left to run. The joke's on me, the joke's on every restless mile I've run, because the crossroads keeps one compass, and that compass is the sun. And the sun came up this morning, right above your shoulder, right above your shoulder, right above your shoulder. And I'm not one step older, I'm found. till I found my way. I put the kettle on this morning, the way I do when you're not here. Which is every morning, which is something like a year. I saved a joke for you on Tuesday, a good one, better than most. I told it to the kitchen window, the window laughed, I'll say it did. The coffee went cold while I was telling it. The radio plays to an empty room, nobody home, no reason to, and still it plays. Do you have a radio on somewhere? Is it singing to nobody too? Are you laughing at something you're saving? Something foolish, something true? 'Cause I keep this thing running for no one. I talk to the walls, I talk to the floor, and I'd feel like a fool about all of it, but I felt like a fool before. I burned the toast on Sunday thinking about the way you take your tea. I stood there watching smoke go sideways, like it had somewhere else to be. I opened up the window for it, the cold came in and stayed a while. I said, "You're not who I was hoping for," and somehow that made me smile. The signal doesn't reach where you are, but the broadcast goes out all the same, and still it plays. Do you have a radio on somewhere? Is it singing to nobody too? Are you laughing at something you're saving? Something foolish, something true? 'Cause I keep this thing running for no one. I talk to the walls, I talk to the floor, and I'd feel like a fool about all of it, but I felt like a fool before. There's a broadcast tower on the hill outside this town, sends the signal straight up into open sky. I don't know who's listening, I don't know if it gets to you. I just know something has to carry it. Might as well be me, might as well be this. Do you have a radio on somewhere? Is it singing to nobody too? Are you laughing at something you're saving? Something foolish, something true? 'Cause I keep this thing running for no one. I talk to the walls, I talk to the floor, and I'd feel like a fool about all of it, but the music keeps going. the music keeps going.
There you are across the room, close enough I catch your scent, like something sweet and warm. Honey in a jar, honey in a jar. And Lord, my hands are reaching, but I can't break the seal. I just stand here, hold you careful, try to act like I don't feel. I can see right through the glass to everything that's good and rare. I can feel the weight of you in both my hands right there. And all I need's a little give, just let the lid turn loose. But that jaw stays shut so tight on all that sweetness, all that juice. Oh, honey in a jar, honey in a jar, honey in a jar. Right here in my arms, but still so far. I twist and I turn and I pray and I plead. Just one little crack and you could all pour out on me. Honey in a jar, that sweetness inside. Some fool screwed the lid down before I arrive. All that gold and good, and it won't come free. Honey in a jar, and the jar won't open for me. Now I've tried every trick a man can know. Run you under hot water, let you warm up nice and slow. Honey in a jar, you sit there gleaming, every Sunday morning kind of sweetness, every dream in the whole world walks right past you on the shelf. But I see what you are, I see it for myself. So I hold on patient, hold on gentle, hold on through the ache, because a jar this sweet is worth whatever trying takes. And I know the day that lid gives way, the whole room's gonna shine. All that warm and golden morning's gonna finally be mine. Oh, honey in a jar, honey in a jar, honey in a jar. Right here in my arms, but still so far. I twist and I turn and I pray and I plead. Just one little crack and you could all pour out on me. Honey in a jar, that sweetness inside. Some fool screwed the lid down before I arrive. All that gold and good, and it won't come free. Honey in a jar, and the jar won't open for me. Baby, I'm the fool standing here still trying, laughing at myself while secretly I'm dying. But tell me, does your hand need mine just a little when I reach? Does the glass get warm? Honey, are you almost in my reach? I keep on trying. Honey in a jar, right here in my hands, right here in my hands,
right here in my
hands. Before the dark comes down, I find the matches where you left them. Third drawer, paper wrapped the same. I strike one for the window, not for you, for something older now. A hand that knows the motion before the mind has named the reason. The flame takes every time, as though the wick was waiting. A wax pools soft and finds the rim. And I watch it go the way it goes, the way it always went, when you are still the reason. I stood here at this hour. Does it count, the small faithfulness? Does it count, the lit and the unlost? Every evening I have stood here, every evening I have paid the cost. Not for answer, not for returning, just one voice to say the flame burned true. Does the wax remember what it gave? Does the light know what it was burning to? I have not asked for morning. Morning comes the same regardless. I have not asked the window back what it held against the dark. I only know my hand goes out before the thought completes itself. Draw a match, the sulfur smell, then kneeling to the small bright work. Does it count, the small faithfulness? Does it count, the kept and the still kept? Every evening I have lit it, every evening something has been fed. Not the wanting, something past the wanting. Not the wanting, not the wound, what grew along the wound. Not the wound. Does the glass hold what it once reflected? Does the room know who it once contained? There are those who let the candles go, who close the drawer and learn a different evening. I have stood beside that door, I have touched the knob, I know the weight of not. I came back to the window, I struck the match again. Does it count, the small faithfulness? Does the flame know it has not been seen? All those evenings, all that slow surrendering, all that wax, all that quiet, all that keeping. Not for rescue,
gesture finding form. Tell me the window held the light regardless. Tell me faithful is enough to warm. The wax still runs. The wax still runs.
I left you where I couldn't see your eyes, face down against the dark beside my bed. I know your smile is pressed into the wood. I know the grain is holding every thread. The room is still, the lamp is burning low. My hand stays on the blanket, doesn't reach. You're close enough to touch, and close enough to be the thing I've put just out of reach. Turn you over, I can't do it. Leave you there, I won't. So I lie here in the almost, where the almost has to do. There's a face pressed to the darkness, and it's yours, and it's yours. And I'm not ready for the morning that doesn't need you anymore. The nightstand holds the weight of what I keep. A glass of water, rings of what I've known. You've memorized the wood by now, I think. The way a thing grows part of what it's owned. I've heard that grief gets quiet when it heals, that one day I won't reach and you'll be gone. But gone means lifted, gone means I let go. And I'm not done with lying here and holding on. Turn you over, I can't do it. Leave you there, I won't. So I lie here in the almost, where the almost has to do. There's a face pressed to the darkness, and it's yours, and it's yours. And I'm not ready for the morning that doesn't need you anymore. Someone told me put it in a drawer. Someone said a drawer would help me heal. But a drawer is where you put the things you've made your peace with. And I'm not there, I'm not there. So I leave you face down close enough, a thing I won't possess and won't release. You're the question that I live inside, the only kind of answer that is peace. Turn you over, I can't for the morning that doesn't need you anymore, that doesn't need you anymore.
You walk through that door every morning and night. You walk, and the whole room goes quiet like something divine. So quiet, so still. I'm standing 3 feet from a candle I'll never light, watching your glow through the cold morning white. I don't ask for your hand, don't ask. I don't ask for your name on my door. I just press my palm to the glass where you shine. Just once. And I wonder what warmth is for. Look at me, look at me, look at me. One time turn and look at me. Just once. Not to love me, not to hold me, not to stay. Just to know that I'm here on the other side of the glass. The other side. Just to know that I'm here today. The frost on the window was put there by night. And you burn on regardless, and I keep my sight. Keep watching, keep still, fixed on the halo you leave in the air. A warmth that belongs to a world I can't share. I don't ask you to turn, don't ask. I don't ask you to cross the divide. I just stand where the cold meets the edge of your life. At the edge, with my breath on the glass inside. Look at me, look at me, look at me. One time turn and look at me. Just once. Not to love me, not to hold me, not to stay. Just to know that I'm here on the other side of the glass. The other side. Just to know that I'm here today. There are others who walk through the room where you are, who can cup the flame, who can reach for the star, reach and hold. And I watch them move easy through light I can't claim, while I trace your outline in the frost with no name. Still I come back, still I come back, still I come back, still I come back. that the glass between us isn't all there is. All there is, just to know. You turned toward the window, and the afternoon came through. Just a second, just a slant of gold across your hair. The curtain moved, the room went still, and something in you showed, something you had never meant for anyone to share. Not the smile you give the world, not the one you've learned to use, but the face beneath the face, the one that lives alone. The way your eyes went quiet when you thought no one was watching, the way a person looks when they believe they're on their own. I have built my whole life on a careful kind of knowing. I have weighed and I have measured everything I've kept, but that window caught you open like a letter never folded, and I read you in a language that I have not earned the right to read. The brass swelled somewhere out beyond the hall. The day kept its appointments, didn't pause, and you turned back to the room without a sign that anything had shifted or that I had crossed a line. I want that moment counted, I want it held as real. Not the long years, not the miles, not the words we said at last. I want the slip of light that lay across your shoulder. I want the thing it showed me to be worth the having asked. The windows painted over now, the building's something else, and you are where you are, and I am only where I've always been. But there are kinds of seeing that the daylight won't undo, and there are kinds of love that only last a second, and are not the lesser for it, and I'm not the lesser for it. And I am still inside it, still inside it. I have walked a long road through the cold and the gray, through the flat empty miles where the light wouldn't stay. But there's a bend in the road where the color comes back, where my shoulders drop down and I step off the track. The air changes here. The air changes here. My chest opens wide like a door on a hinge. Every mile I was holding now falls from the edge. I don't have to be brave on this side of the hill. The air changes here, and I always will. There's a smell in the wind that the river lays down. There's a gold in the grass that I've carried around in my bones on the road. When the nights had no end, I was mapping my way back to this stretch of land. The air changes here. The air changes here. My hands stop their shaking. My boots know the ground. I was lost in the noise and now here comes the sound of the one voice that finds me before I find words. The air changes here. Lord, the air changes here. I've tried being nowhere. I've tried being free, but the wide open country just emptied in me. There is no empty road that leads somewhere more true than this hill and this bend and the light that is you. The air changes here. The air changes here. The air changes here. The air changes here. My body already knew before my eyes could see that the ground I was crossing was bringing me to thee. I lay down every mile, every cold borrowed breath. The air changes here, right down to the depth. I was standing at the edge of the room, counting tiles, counting shadows, counting time, when the band found a waltz and you found the floor, and I lost every reason I had not to mind. Stay
where the light finds you. Don't step back into the dark. Every turn that you're turning is drawing a map on my heart. The fiddle's still breathing, the room's holding still. Stay where the light finds you. And God help me, I will. Now I've been a careful man, careful and cool, with a talent for leaving before I was found. But you move like a question I never thought to ask, and the floor tilts a little each time you come around. Stay where the light finds you. Don't step back into the dark. Every turn that you're turning is drawing a map on my heart. The fiddle's still breathing, the room's holding still. Stay where the light finds you. And God help me, I will. The song's going to end, love, I know that it will. And the couples will scatter, and the lights will go low, and you'll stop where you're spinning and look for the door. And I'll know what I am by which way that I go. So stay where the light finds you. One more turn in the dark. Every step you've been taking has opened a door in my heart. The fiddle's still breathing, the room's holding still. Stay where the light finds you. And God help me, I will.
The street is dark and the hour is late. I've been standing here on the wrong side of the gate. There's a light behind your glass, just one small burning square, and the whole cold world has gone. There's only that and there. I have kept my coat pulled tight, I have not made a sound. I have watched the rain come down and wash the world to gray, but that window holds the warmth that I have not found. I am only asking now if I can come your way. Let me stand inside the light, let me lay this long pretending down tonight. I am not so brave as I have made myself appear, just a face out in the rain, just a voice that needs to hear that the dark does not get in. When you pull the curtain, let me in. The lamp burns amber soft the way old rivers glow, the kind of light that says the night need not be so. I have told myself for weeks I do not need a door, but the rain knows what the mouth is too proud to say anymore. Every window on the block has gone to black and sleep. Yours alone still answers back to this cold and ordinary street. What I'm asking isn't much, and I will not ask it twice. Just that one small square of gold is worth the whole night's price. Let me stand inside the light, let me lay this long, pretending down tonight. I am not so brave as I have made myself appear, just a face out in the rain, just a voice that needs to hear that the dark does not get in. When you pull the curtain, let me in. There were nights I thought the dark was something I could learn, thought the rain was just the rain, not something to unlearn. But the glass between us now is thin as my resolve, and the warmth behind that pain is the only thing I know to want. Don't ask me to explain the fear. The window said it all, and you are there. Let me stand inside the light, let me lay this long, pretending down tonight. I am not so brave as I have made myself appear, just a face out in the rain, just a voice that needs to hear that the dark does not get in. When you pull the curtain, let me in. Let me in. Let me in.
The room was full of ordinary light until you turned and all of it bent wrong. Every shadow leaned the way you leaned, and something in the air forgot to be strong. I was standing still beside the wall, watching flames do what they cannot help. You crossed the floor and the whole room followed you, and I stood there, unable to be myself. I don't know what draws the fire toward a hand, I only know it leans before it's asked. All I want is to be worth the leaning, all I want is not to be outclassed. The candle leans, every time you move it bends your way.
the flame, I am the wax. I am what melts when you decide to stay. The candle leans, it cannot choose. It only knows the direction of your grace. And if I'm lucky, if I'm steady, if I'm still, maybe I'll be close enough to catch your face. You don't know you do it, that's the thing. You dance the way a river finds a hill, not looking for a path, it's just the pull. The low place waiting, patient, wanting still. I have watched a lot of people in a lot of rooms. Nobody moved like physics had a say, but you walked in and something in the air agreed. And I am here, deciding how to pray. I don't know what draws the fire toward a hand. I only know it leans before it's asked. All I want is to be worth the leaning. All I want is not to be outclassed. The candle leans, the candle leans. Every time you move, it bends your way. I am not the flame, I am the wax. I am what melts when you decide to stay. The candle leans, it cannot choose. It only knows the direction of your grace. And if I'm lucky, if I'm steady, if I'm still, maybe I'll be close enough to catch your face. Holiness is not a thing you plan for. It arrives and you are small inside it. I have never asked for what I cannot hold, but tonight I only wanna be beside it. One dance is not a lifetime, I know that. One flame is not a fire, I know that too. But the candle never learned to look away, and I am just a candle leaning toward you. The candle leans, the candle leans. Every time you move, it bends your way. I am not the flame, I am the wax. I am what melts when you decide to stay. The candle leans, it cannot choose. It only knows the direction of your grace. And if I'm lucky, if I'm steady, if I'm still, maybe I'll be close enough to catch your face. The candle leans, just let me lean.
You drive till the blacktop quits on you, till the gravel gives and the clay shows through. I know every dip, every lean of that road. It carried me once when I had no load. They said, boy, there's nothing back there to claim, just a weathered porch and a rusted name. But I can still feel where the ruts run deep, and I hold that road in my bones when I sleep. Don't you tell me that it doesn't matter now. Don't you tell me time has taken the whole thing down. Where the pavement ends and the dirt road begins, that's the only ground I ever stood in. The world got 1,000 bright and burning miles, got its wide, clean highways and its neon smiles. But a man can love what the map won't show. What the atlas skips is the road I know. Maybe you never had a place like that, where the road got soft and the trees grew back, and the house at the end was a kind of answer to a question nobody asked. Maybe you kept moving past it, maybe you drove on fast, but I turned down that road in the dark of night. And something in me held, something in me held. Oh, don't you tell me that it doesn't matter now. Oh, don't you tell me a grown man shouldn't turn around. Where the pavement ends and the dirt road begins, I am going back, and I'm going back again. I am going back, and I'm going back again. You crossed the room like you had somewhere else to be. Then you stopped, and that somewhere else was me. I had my coat, I had my reasons, I had the door. Now I've got your hand in 3 square feet of floor. The band packed up around 10:42, left us a silence, and I filled it up with you. We're still in step with something no one else can hear. The music quit, but you have not, and that is why I'm here. I never learned to trust a thing that came this easy. Every open hand I've known turned out to be a tease. But you are not letting go, and I am not pretending that I understand a good thing that keeps not ending. Look at us, the last ones left, still moving in the dark. 2 people making something out of nothing, making art. The chairs are on the tables, and the janitor has swept, but neither one of us has said a word about what's next. If you were only passing through, you'd have passed by now. If this was only kindness, kindness doesn't know this vow. So I'm giving both my feet to what they haven't figured out, which is how to stop, or whether stopping's what this is about. Some people spend their whole lives being background to a room. I was getting very good at it, I had a system going smooth. Then the lights went low, then lovers still, then there was only you. And the question of my shoes against the question of your shoes. We are down to of reasonable excuse. The hour has gone honest, and there's nothing left to lose. Just the floor, just the dark, just the sound our silence makes. Just the way you keep not leaving, and the way my whole chest aches.